What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also to ask me to put it up, so I'll put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. This video is entitled DJ Kid versus R. Kelly. I really didn't want to talk about it, but whatever. Listen. The reason I'm bringing this up now is because both guys in music atmosphere. Both guys seem to have a history with quote-unquote younger women, right? Younger females. Society and the government kind of dropped the ball, right? Why am I saying that? Take this DJ Kid fella. Should have been a sex offender, right? Right? He should have been a sex offender by his history of alone. But for him to be a DJ and still around minors, you know, this is one of those American things where white boys get away with everything. Oh man, you know, you trafficking teenage girls, you know, you got caught, and we're gonna give you a slap on the wrist, go back into society. You impersonate a cop, you know, classic, you know, George Zimmerman-esque type of guy with a hint of pervert, right? But hey man, you white, bro. And people say, well, and the reason I gotta bring R. Kelly was known to be messing with little girl for years. Here's the interesting thing. R. Kelly is black, way more famous, has way more money, even under the circumstances. And he's in jail. But has R. Kelly given anybody AIDS? This guy's claiming he gave hundreds of, and we can't say women, because the way that it's looking, the vast majority of them were little girls, were teenagers. Think we gonna have any series surviving DJ Kid? Nope. That's a problem. Now you gonna blame one guy, of course, you know, he got it coming, because, you know, of his proclivities, which I understand. The second thing is, you know, personally, I think this guy should get the death penalty. Personally. Should it happen though? Will it happen? I don't know. But when you compare one to the other, that's a whole nother problem. Same thing about this DJ dude. It's kind of odd that he ain't come up missing. Because from my understanding, he's been bragging about the stuff he's been doing for years. So if you bragging all this time and nothing ever happened to you, problem. Now the other part of that is interesting. Part of it I'm not really believing. You know, it's kind of why the story is really not really believable. You know, because to do that you have to have sex multiple times probably. You're not just gonna get a chick the first time out like that. So all of this sex is unprotected, and I'm sure he wasn't just hitting these chicks one good time and I got you. I don't think so. You know, but and the fact they were young, it made me think about who was the guy in New York, the Sperminator. getting chicks pregnant all willy nilly. Because this is what I'm saying. If you give hundreds of girls HIV, you should have he should have a gang of kids. He's sure he gave them a sexually transmitted disease, but he don't have no kids. I'm not. Something don't sit well about that, you know. But in comparison, how many kids did the R&B guy have? And to me, it's like, you know, like I said, something ain't adding up. The parents of these situations, because you sending your kid to a party, you're not assuming that they're gonna be smashing a grown man. But here's the problem: you sending your kid to a party, and young girls like sneaking into parties, going around older guys. And you would assume that these older guys are there to make money, but the idea that a DJ is having sex with girls at the party is not far-fetched in life. That's pretty much part of that industry, you know. But the problem that even O'Shea brought up, that you got girls introducing him to their girlfriends. You know, so in some ways, you know, he could have infected a girlfriend, and then the girlfriend could have gave her, you know, "Ooh, I know this guy, he's great, he's experienced, he's grown, blah, blah, blah." And he could have affected another girl through the girlfriend, you know, that type of thing. Which to me is disgusting. And the reason I gotta say versus is because, you know, everybody has an issue with Kelly, but I need you to have a bigger issue with this guy, not because he's white, but because of what he did, because he's in the same party atmosphere. You know, what he did is really way worse. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he's white, that America is gonna, you know, let him off the hook, just like the guy who had the people kept winding up dead at his house. How many times somebody got to wind up dead at your house before they arrest you? Like the guy that wound up, quote unquote, committing suicide in jail, Epstein. See, this is what happens when you let this bad behavior go unchecked. And, you know, with that group of people, you know, they can put out documentaries and movies and this, that, and the third on everybody else. But this type of stuff, nothing. This is why I said when I did a video about the dude getting shot in his house and the sentencing, I said, you know, this is going to cause cops to think they could do it again. And what happened? A young woman in the same basic area got shot in her house by a cop. Because their bad behavior is never checked. It's all entitlement and evil deeds. And, you know, the racism in that is also taking advantage of, okay, he's white, they're black, nobody's going to care because they're black. Now everybody cares because R. Kelly's black and the girls are black. Oh my God. Now can this guy say, I was molested as a child and that's why I did this, or somebody gave it to me, so I decided to give it to all of these other young ladies? Because ironically, he targeted basically teenage girls. He didn't target women in his age group. He didn't target his racial group. He targeted teenage girls. That was a purposeful choice. Easy pickings. You know, and unfortunately, you know, I think about when Akon got in trouble, when the girl snuck into the club. I think about talking on a few panels with the young ladies, talking about when they were younger, they talked to older men. And, you know, when guys would say, don't talk to older men for things like this, girls will blow them off. Now these girls got to live with that, and don't think some of these girls ain't gonna do that very same thing to guys now because of him. And don't be surprised if they target black guys now, because you could say, R. Kelly targeted black girls because he liked black girls, but he was targeted by his older sister or whatever. So hurt people type thing. That's what y'all could say. So it's just, it's crazy. So I'm done. Like, share, subscribe. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.